So what would you do if the world demanded you bow down to something you don't believe in? Well, 3 men chose to stand, even when it meant facing fire. King Nebuchadnezzar ruled Babylon with pride and power. One day he built this massive golden statue, 90 feet tall, and made a decree.
When you hear the music, fall down and worship the statue. Whoever does not bow will be thrown into a blazing furnace.
Among the crowd were 3 young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They served the king, but their hearts belonged to God. And when the music played, they did not bow. Some officials noticed the defiance and ran to the king. "O king, these Jews you appointed, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they refused to bow." King Nebuchadnezzar was furious. He summoned the men at once. So the king gave them one more chance, just one. He made it clear that this was their final opportunity to obey his command, and the entire court watched in silence, waiting to see what they would do.
Bow when you hear the music. Let there be no hesitation or doubt. This is your last warning. If you refuse, I will have you thrown immediately into the blazing furnace without mercy or delay. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand? No one has ever defied me and survived.
We will not serve your gods or worship your statue, no matter what you threaten us with. Our God is able to deliver us from your hand and from the fire, and we trust him completely. But even if he doesn't, we want you to know, O king, that we will never bow to your statue or serve your gods.
The king, upon hearing their defiance, was absolutely enraged. His face twisted with fury and his voice thundered through the grand hall. He could not believe anyone would dare to disobey his command, especially in front of his entire court. In his anger, he ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than it had ever been before, making sure the punishment would be unforgettable and terrifying for all who witnessed it. The flames roared so fiercely that even the strongest soldiers, tasked with carrying out the king's orders, were instantly overcome by the searing heat and perished as they approached the blazing inferno. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, bound tightly, were thrown directly into the heart of the fire, falling among the flames as the crowd watched in horror and disbelief at the king's merciless judgment. But inside the fire, something incredible happened. The men stood calmly, completely unharmed by the flames that raged around them. Their clothes were untouched. Not even a single thread was burned. The fire, which should have destroyed everything, could not harm them at all. It was as if an invisible shield protected them from every spark and ember. Even their hair was not singed. Not a single strand was burned or smelled of smoke. The miracle was complete. No sign of the fire's power touched them. And walking with them was a 4th figure, shining with a mysterious light. This figure seemed otherworldly, as if sent from heaven to protect them in their darkest moment.
Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire? How can this be? I see 4, walking around unbound, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. This is truly a miracle beyond belief. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, come out, servants of the Most High God. Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. No other God can save in this way.
When the world demanded they bow, these men stood firm. They chose faith over fear, and God walked with them through the fire. So, when the pressure rises and the heat feels just too strong, remember, you never stand alone. Subscribe for more animated Bible stories, new episodes every week.